All right, let me get a quick post here. Um, let's see. Filming. Okay. I can't hear shit. Test, test. Are you able to hear me through yours? Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. Is there another headset?
Yeah. Try this and see.
But that's the one that you're using, right? Where's is that yellow that you have?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out if it's
Test.
a headset or what they're at on it.
Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Is it the mic?
No, but I can hear it. Let me see here. How about now? Can you hear? Okay. 1 second. Things being.
Test, 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 test. Test. There we go.
Good.
Test. Yeah, it just needs to get it adjusted a little bit. Test, 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 test. I think we're good.
Just these chords are finicky.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool, man. All right.
Now I can't hear it.
You can't hear?
It's okay. I don't need it.
Seriously?
They're just being finicky.
What the fuck, dude? Stupid.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What's the hook on this? I think so. I started doing this one thing this week. I started doing this to schedule. No, I started doing this to plan my week. Okay, I think that's the hook. So I started doing this one thing to plan my work week. Plugging in your rocks, your pebbles, and your sand in your calendar. What that looks like is those important things that you need to get done for your business, your family, your personal things, or your rocks. Your pebbles then would be those smaller things, and then you sprinkle in your sand. So I, like a lot of people that grew up poor, have always prioritized work over everything. The problem with doing that is when you prioritize your work, before prioritizing yourself or your family, a lot of times those things that you want to do or need to get done, you don't ever actually get to. So my morning now looks like, on my calendar, I have my morning walk. It's actually on there. I have the time to take my daughter to school in the morning. I have coffee with my wife planned out on there. I have my meditation session planned out on there. I have then a smaller amount of work space on there than I would normally have. But you're limited to like 4 to 5 hours of work on my calendar. I have the gym on there now, and I have reading on there as well. So this week, man, has been absolutely killer because I feel a lot less stressed, and I feel like those things that I want to be doing, I'm actually getting to versus just always feeling like I'm consistently working.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good clip.
That's good.
I'm
always like that.
You're always like what with the work?
That feeling of like
Overwhelmed?
Yeah.
Did you?
But yes, I did the calendar. I've been doing that too recently. That's funny.
Yeah, just plugging
It
in
does
like the
help.
important things,
Yeah.
the shit that you have to get done or you
Mhm.
that needs to get done.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I want to meditate more, but I was like, oh fuck, oh man, it's time to go to bed. I didn't get to it today. Oh, I didn't get to the gym. Ah, that fucking sucks.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, I can't be performing at the best level if I don't take care of myself. I
Yeah.
can't be the best dad. I can't be the best husband. And I can't be the best business owner unless I'm doing those things that I know I need to do in order for my health. And if you're not prioritizing your health, so if you're not prioritizing your health, then other things are going to suffer.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
do you actually believe in coincidences? Now I know it's actually truly some people like think coincidences are actual a thing. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that things happen for reasons. That you can call it faith, you can call it whatever. I call it vibration. It's more hippie shit than actual faith. But I had a conversation with one of my business coaches. I had a conversation with one of my business coaches, and we were talking about how stagnant we are, how we just sit in a freaking chair all day long while we're working on a computer growing our agencies. And one of the changes that he did was he actually got a standing desk with a treadmill, and now he basically walks a lot of the day or stands instead of sits. And a few days later after this conversation, a friend of mine on Facebook ended up posting that he has been walking on a treadmill while he's working and has lost 30 pounds, which I'm not quite even sure how he lost 30 pounds because I don't think he even had 30 pounds to lose. But I immediately jumped on this. Last night, the standing desk lift showed up, the treadmill, got that all installed. And today I walked while working from 10 o'clock till like 2:30. Slow walk, trying to figure out how to balance, how to like be typing and like moving a mouse while you're walking. It's almost like patting your head and rubbing your stomach or whatever the thing is. But I added a lot of years to my life by making this change. And I don't want to be unhealthy, but there's only a certain amount of time in the day that I can get to the gym. Even if I was able to go work out for 2 hours, you can't really, like, if you're only being active for 2 hours a day and the rest of the time you're basically not being active, like, it's very difficult, like, to maintain a healthy body.
Mhm.
So, let's see, what else can we talk about, dude?
That's actually really cool. Being able to walk and like, cause that'll add up a lot.
Dude, this guy that lost the 30 pounds, he walks like 7 or 8 miles a day.
And
By
imagine like do that for a year.
Yeah. dude, my hips and my ass hurt from just doing it today. And it's like almost subconscious walking. So not only am I doing that, then I'm also going to go to the gym at 5:30 and get a workout in. And so now I'm kind of like double dipping.
That's going to help, yeah.
It's almost like like a free workout, dude. It's like almost like free time. Like what I was saying to Austin is like it's like a subconsciously walking. I'm not thinking about it. Your brain's not like, okay, foot in front of the other, foot in front of the other one. No,
it's almost like a fidgeting thing. When you're fidgeting something, you don't realize it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm just like walking. If you're a person that likes to talk on the cell phone and walk and pace, that's why this dude got it. He's like, dude, I used to just pace in his office, and now he's just on a treadmill pacing.
I do that all the time. Yeah, I pace back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, does it help? How does it like help with like if you're stressed when you're working? Does it help like
supposedly
the workload or like how does
it? Supposedly. I mean, it's there's science to it. So Dr. Andrew Huberman talks about when you're moving forward, like walking, it's very difficult to be anxious and stressed. That's why there's a lot of benefits with starting your day with a morning walk. Number one is the cortisol level is the highest, which is your stress hormone, as well as that forward momentum. There's some science to that of like just moving forward. It's very difficult to be stressed, anxious, depressed. A lot of those things, like, the 5 or 10 things that people are on the most medication for in the United States because of all the shit that they're doing or not doing. The walk actually helps that. There's a lot of science to it, neuroscience that talks about moving forward and the amount of stress or lack of stress when you're walking essentially. So what else we could chat about? I got some reaction stuff here and some other things, but I was just trying to go organic here until then.
Talk about that we're launching a podcast soon.
Yeah, I know we covered this a little bit last time we filmed. So if you're a spray foam contractor, we're looking for you. We are getting ready to launch the Foam to Fortune podcast right here in this studio. And we are looking for guests to come on. If you've been in the spray foam business for a while, or if you're new and you're just hitting some huge numbers, I want to talk to you guys, find out how you're growing your business. What are some tips and tricks? What would you share for somebody that's new to the industry? And just have a conversation, create some really cool content for you to push out to your social content or to your social, for you to push out to your social channels, as well as for us to, highlight you and your company. So stay tuned for the Foam to Fortune podcast that we're going to be launching soon. There was some other things. I know we pushed a lot of work type of stuff versus mindset. Oh, dude. So I know this sounds like an absolute dorky, nerdy thing, but part of a book club. I know what you're thinking. A fucking book club, dude? Yeah, I know it sounds dorky as hell, but my coach, he launched a book club. And we're meeting every Friday to discuss our homework, which is whatever was assigned to read. Currently, we're reading The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. And it couldn't come at a better time in my life. Here in 3 weeks, I'll be in Austin, Texas for some emotional intelligence coaching through a program called ALA. And the first chapter of 7 Habits of Highly Successful People talks about the lens that you look through life in, and how every one of us has a lens that we were, that we've, I guess, put together due to how we were raised, our background, experiences, things of that nature, and how your lens could be lying to you about really what you're actually seeing. Meaning, if you are looking at something and somebody says, no, it's not like that, it's like this, both of you are right, because it's the lens that you're looking through, that is giving you your perspective. And so your lens could be tainted due to trauma or experiences, or maybe it's just not as clear as somebody else's that hasn't gone through certain things. And so being able to be a lot more open-minded to experience, or I guess more open-minded to other people's experiences, other people's lens, and being okay with that versus being somebody that's like, no, you're wrong. This is what I see, so you're absolutely wrong. Like, both of you can be right. So 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. If you haven't read the book, I highly suggest. It's probably going to be one of those that you want to read like multiple times in order to be able to fully grasp everything that's in it. We haven't got any, I currently haven't got to any of the habits just yet, because it's setting things up for you to be able to absorb the first habit and such. But yeah.
Are you doing the thing where you read it and listen to the audiobook too?
Of course, yeah. I'm also reading another book that's from my coach, Chris's business partner, Carl Allen. It's about business acquisition. It's about acquiring companies, but acquiring companies by using other people's money, essentially, in order to buy them. And unfortunately, that one, he didn't record an audio version, so I'm having to only read it, which feels a little bit weird, considering I've now, for like the last 2 to 3 years, have always read books with, the audio piece of it as well. Helps with the absorption. So,
Yeah.
I was going to talk about just reading in general. Let's see what the hook would be on this. Okay, I think it's going to be this. So, I've done this one thing that always helps increase my income. I've done this one thing that has always helped increase me. Whenever I'm doing this one thing, it always makes me more money. Whenever I'm doing this one thing, I always make more money. That one thing happens to be reading. I know it sounds crazy, but when I'm absorbing fresh content, when I'm reading books about improving my business, about improving my mindset, about growth, there's always a direct correlation with my bank account and the amount of sales that I am landing within that period of time. So if you're not reading books on business, finance, self-improvement, mindset, whatever it is, growth, you're probably missing out. That's for fucking damn sure, dude.
It was a good hook.
Yeah, I don't think people really realize how much they just fucking don't do shit.
Miss out on.
They're just like going through, like, I'm gonna redo this this video that I've saved here talking about basically that. But yeah, it's fucking nuts, dude. Like, how many people are like robots and they zone off and on the TV, and they're not doing anything to improve their life.
Just wonder if you could make a video on like on like how to like almost like, are you stuck in this mindset? Like, here's how to improve. Like, start doing like these
Mindset,
things, yeah, or not like
like a
mindset, but like
sequence.
stuck in that like like not growing.
Stagnant mindset.
I guess that would be mindset. Yeah.
Stagnant. Are you stagnant? Are you not liking growth? Do these 5 things to help increase your production. Wake up, get a workout in. Number 2, make sure you're reading books. Number 3, make sure you're doing things that make you happy.
Or like books, audiobooks, podcasts, like maybe stuff like that or something.
Yeah, I just feel like that's all kind of like the same thing. Learning is essentially like, if a lot of times people don't even plan out learning. They don't even people don't enjoy learning a lot of times. Let me dive into these, and then some of these will be reaction, I think, but some of these I think will.
You should write maybe like a quote, or if you see a quote or something from the book that you like, you could write it down and talk about it or something. That'd be cool.
Here's a quote.
Something that you think of.
You shouldn't worry about criticism from someone that you would never ask advice from.
I heard this quote the other day. You should never. I fucking love this shit.
From someone that you would never ask about criticism from someone that you would never ask. You shouldn't worry about criticism from someone.
You should never worry about criticism from somebody that you'd never ask advice from. You should never worry about criticism from someone that you would never ask advice from. That quote right there. Like, if I could have heard that when I was like 15, 16 years old, would have made a huge difference, because I think a lot of times we're going through life giving a shit about what people think about us. And these are people that I would never want advice from. So why do I care about what their opinion is of me? If you care about that person's opinion, to me, that's like a person that's up on a higher level, like a pedestal, that you care about what they think about you. Every human on this planet has cared about what other people think, and a lot of times those people are not people that you should actually even care about, if they even care about what the hell. What am I trying to say here? Most of these people, you wouldn't even actually care. Most of these people, you shouldn't even care about what their opinion is, because they're not somebody that you'd even ask for their advice. Let's see if I can find a better close to that.
Someone that you would never ask advice from. That quote, and it hit me when I was like 38 years old. It was only a couple years ago. I wish I'd heard that when I was 15. Because we care so much about what people think of us and what they say about us. Most of the time it's people that we would never ask for advice from. You shouldn't worry about it.
I think it's going to be enough for that one. Here's one.
Saying scared money don't make money.
Let me do a quick shirt change.
Yeah. Another day.
Next day, another day.
I don't know how you do it.
I know, man. I don't know. Client Dennis is like, I don't know how you do it, dude. Just fucking all that time in the studio. You must just live there, huh? Yep. Lived there a lot, dude. Did a little flip-a-rooski of the hat. Brand new fucking day. Look at that. Look at this guy. Oh, it's fucking funny. Dennis from Kansas, Wichita. Okay.
For the logo, would you want to make something like this too?
Yeah, so there's, because I've been searching for that stuff,
Yeah.
there's some company that keeps showing up in my news feed here. Let me see if I can find them, because they keep just fucking serving me up the ad. They do something that's similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. It's on Instagram, I think, too, that they're targeting me. Of course, when I'm looking for it, I probably won't find it. Isn't that how it works? Here we go. This company right here. Yeah, so like that's backlit. I think Austin might have done it with lighting.
Yeah, there's just LED lights on the back.
Yeah, and this is like actual neon
Neon
signs.
sign.
So what I think I'd do is get one of these made with the logo. I don't know how much these things are, but get one of these made with the logo, and then basically have it somewhere here, or I guess it wouldn't really matter. It's just some place where Austin would be cool with me, like putting it, having like a place to hang it
Yeah.
while we're filming, and then just take it down,
Yeah, we could probably.
and then just basically keep it here, and then bloop. New podcast studio.
Yeah, people wouldn't know.
Yeah, of course not. So, all right. So this one.
You've heard the saying, scared money don't make money.
Have you ever heard the saying, "Scared money doesn't make money"?
It's true. It's true. Starting a business takes
This is so true. Starting a business, it takes a lot of grind. It takes a lot of dedication and a lot of uncomfortableness. And majority of Americans, majority of, I guess I should say, majority of humans, they don't like to be uncomfortable. They want to be sitting, comfortable in their cozy house, got that paycheck. That's why a lot of people prefer to work a job, a 9-to-5 grind, go to the office every day, work your 40-hour week, maybe work some overtime, because they don't want scared money. They want consistent money. The problem with that is that working for somebody else, you're never going to probably make the money that you want. And it's very difficult to take ownership or pride in somebody else's company. And to me, I don't want to go down a rabbit hole here. Let me kind of try to wrap this up here.
tenacity. It takes balls. It takes money. It takes risk.
So starting a company, it takes a lot of risk. It takes balls. It takes money to continually keep putting money into the business to grow it.
That's the reason most people don't ever start their dreams. That's the reason most people don't ever live their dreams. Is because they're so afraid of actually just holding on to the couple bucks that you have.
So why this money is scared is because people continue to hold on to it. They grasp onto the money. And when you're grasping on money, you're like protecting it. You're not going to be as fluid, as likely to want to be able to, get more money by using that money, because you have this very much what's the mindset piece? Very much so this scarcity mindset, where a person is scared of, they got, $2. Like, I'm going to keep the $2. I don't want to take the $2 and make 5 out of it. So let me find a wrap on this.
Wanting them to grow, the reality is, scared money doesn't make money. You got to put it out there. You got to.
So at the end of the day, scared money doesn't make money. You need to take risks in order to So at the end of the day, you just need to take risks. I think that's
To make money.
I was going to say that, but I feel
I
like.
guess you could just. Yeah, that's probably good.
Do you know who this guy is? Sean Whalen.
Looks familiar.
He's the company of the Lions, Not Sheep. that came out right before Trump got into office. It's like lions, not sheep. You know, like even though majority of people that are following Trump are like more sheep than fucking people that follow Biden with like all these flags
What
and
does that
buying all
mean? Lions, sheep.
lions, not sheep. So like being a lion is like somebody that's out there that's killing, you know, making their own
Oh,
kills
yeah,
versus
sheep is like a-
sheep are like following, you know.
I get it.
Anyway, this guy was like all like American made, trying to push like his American made shit. And come to find out, dude, this guy was cutting the fucking tags out of these hats that he was having made in like fucking China or Indonesia and like sewing in American made fucking tags on them. Lions, not sheep, buddy. Right? Like, what the fuck, you dirtbag?
I mean,
What the fuck, dude? Think about this shit. How fucking.
that's kind of funny.
How are you just like. Yeah, we're American made, blah, 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 blah. Motherfucker, you're doing the shadiest shit ever. Like, cutting tags out, bro.
Yeah.
That's nuts to me.
When people have inadequate emotional self-management, they're incredibly distracted all the time. The main problem that people don't make proper investments to get happier is because they're so distracted. I mean, life is basically a process of sitting in an airport for a delayed flight. And so what are you doing? It's like shopping online and scrolling Instagram and playing solitaire. And life is just full of boring diversions because we're so emotionally uncomfortable all the time.
The wealthiest person is the one that wakes up with the least pressure on their chest. The one that wakes up and is like, I live a good life.
You know, has anyone else thought about the idea that we were all groomed from a very young age to be members of a cult? And by cult, I mean...
Yeah, this is one I'm. This will be a good one right here. It's talking about being groomed, like growing up in a cult.
Being groomed?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the type of groomed I was thinking.
Let's see.
The idea that we were all groomed from a very young age to be members of a cult. And by cult...
Have you ever thought about how we as humans have been groomed or raised to be part of this cult? It's crazy to think that we're okay with a 5-day work week and then we're left 2 days out of the week in order for us to cram everything that we couldn't get into the 5 days into a weekend and try to get all that done in 2 days of our life. So we're selling.
I mean,
Look at this
the
real quick.
idea of trading 40 to 50 years of your life for maybe 10 or 15 years of free...
So the idea of trading like 40, 50 years of your life now, like even more, they're trying to increase the retirement age to I think 72. So trading 72 years of your life for maybe 10 to 15 years of your life that you get to do what you want to do versus working.
freedom once you're too old to actually enjoy it. And if you question this cult, if you question this traditional model that we were all tricked into believing was the only way to do things, you're considered crazy. Or you're considered someone that doesn't really want to work. Or...
So if you question working or if you question this cult, you're considered like you're crazy or you're considered that you're lazy. But here's the one thing I love about being an entrepreneur and owning my business is that I don't have to go and be part of the cult. I don't have to go to work, traditional work and punch a clock in order to make a living. I get to do that from the comfort of my home with seeing my wife and kids a lot more and not having to deal with commuting, with the traffic in the city. There's a ton of benefit that society doesn't actually tell you about because they're grooming us to be part of the cult so that we can continue to keep producing here in America. Is the camera still on even though the screen's dead?
Yeah.
Okay. It went to sleep?
It
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah, and I saw that too. I was
Oh,
like,
shit.
yeah, it turns off automatically.
Yeah, it's kind of fucking nuts to think, dude, that we're okay with just. I mean, that's what they're doing in class. That's why they use
But, I mean,
alarms and.
But people don't know better, like being groomed into a cult because you don't.
Of course, dude.
know
Just like religion, people don't fucking know any better, and then they're, you know, they're being told that you're not gonna. If you don't accept Jesus, then you're not gonna get to the next life after this life. Like, fuck, man. Like, how about you just enjoy this fucking life?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Exactly.
7 questions to ask.
Attention beats marketing 1,000% of the time. This past year, we gained 10 million followers.
Okay, so there's this dude. He's known as Yellow Tux Jesse. Oops.
Attention beats marketing 1,000% of the time. This past year, we gained.
So I guess he wears a fucking yellow tux, which is kind of like the Einstein outfit.
Uh-huh.
So
It really sticks out.
yeah, so I'm gonna just be like, yeah, of course we did this in Vegas.
Chicken and dumpling. Attention beats marketing 1,000% of the time. This past year, we gained 10 million followers. We did zero traditional marketing, but what we did is we posted every day and tested and experimented and tried new things. The reality is on social media, it goes away.
Have you ever checked out this guy Yellow Tux Jesse? He's absolutely right with this video. He is the head promoter guy for this baseball team called the Savannah Bananas. And the dude walks around in a yellow tux, just like us at the Spray Foam Genius marketing team with the Einstein outfits. Here's the thing. Jesse's memorable because he's walking around in a yellow tuxedo all day long at these games. People know who he is, and he is building a brand for the Savannah Bananas, the baseball team, because people remember him. He's memorable. So make sure that your business is memorable. You're standing out in the community, and people know who you are as a company. I'll shoot this over to you. What were you going to say, dude?
I was gonna say, do you want like a Bigfoot costume mask or something, Sasquatch mask to like wear? It's like saying it. I didn't know you were gonna do reaction. I thought you were gonna do like recreate it, saying attention is whatever, and then I was gonna say maybe you could have a mask on, but
What?
that works good.
Maybe if it was the Einstein.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Let's see.
This soup has a secret ingredient.
Let's see. Fuck me, man. A lot of food stuff I saved on here.
A lot of what?
Food.
Oh, I think you said cute stuff.
No, like this
This
Yeah.
taco loaded.
TikTok actually has good food recipes, though. It does.
Yeah, I'm like, this
Really
fucking
does.
looks delicious.
This soup has
This
a secret
cream of
ingredient
mushroom
that's
soup.
super
I'm like,
creamy while being
yeah.
totally vegan. Did you know
I've been
that
craving those rolls. Those
Oh,
honey
the
rolls.
bow?
The bows.
The
They're
bows.
so good.
You can find them around here.
Really?
Yeah. You just, like, let's see. So,
Is it like Asian food restaurants
Barbecue.
normally have them?
pork, bao, buns near me. Let's see. So, a place called Bao Bao, which is in Portland. Let's see. Looks like maybe Costco might sell them as well.
Ooh.
Let's see, Bao Buns near. So a place called Golden Palace and Battleground might. Let's see.
Is it hard to make?
The dough is a little bit like
Oh.
tricky. I think like the kind of the bread. I think
Yeah.
that's the hardest part.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, so Bao is the BAO.
Mhm.
That's how you spell it. You can buy pre-done ones from like Yujimaya, which is the Japanese or Asian grocery store.
Do they have Yodam or Yodam inhalers? Is there?
Maybe.
I want to try one.
Yeah, like look, dude, these are the ones that come from like the Yujimaya store. And then they're like already pre-cooked. So you ever heard of flow state? I don't know if that's the hook. Have you ever heard of flow state? This is exactly where I feel I'm at right now. I am. My business is success. Jesus, my life is. Ugh, I feel like my life is on path currently. Fuck, how do I even say this? Things are going well in my personal life. Things are going well in my business life. I'm exercising. I'm eating healthy. I'm reading. Things are happening. What I feel like right on time, right with purpose, and things are aligning. Things are perfectly aligned currently to get me to that next level. Oh, how do I fucking wrap this up? Sometimes it's like, how do I kind of like bring it back so that they can process the end of it?
Well, what's your purpose? Like, what are you?
Yeah, so it's like flow state is. Let me see if I can get a definition. Maybe that'll help me wrap this up. So
Flow
state.
Your mind's in the flow.
Flow state
You're
meaning.
just on the flow.
So the term flow state describes a mental state in which a person is completely focused on a single task or activity. So I've been really focused on daily activities and winning that day. So if I can feel good about what I've accomplished within that day, that short period of time, and then just continually repeat it, that is really where I'm at these days with personal and professional life. So like just like getting up in the morning and like, you know, tackling those things that I want to be doing. And then like, yes, like work is more like secondary now. And the things that I'm living more intentional. Like I intentionally want to go and, you know, get a meditation in. I intentionally want to go to the gym versus being more reactive. I'm being more intentional. Reactivity is most times reactivity, and being reactive is not a good thing. That's more of a, oh shit, I didn't plan. Oh, I didn't prep good enough. Oh, I got to react to this versus being intentional and planning things out. And then obviously you're going to have to be reactive once in a while because you just didn't see that. No matter how well you plan in life and in business, there's always going to be something that's unforeseen. So I'm sure there's enough there that he can create something out of that.
Good point. It's relatable.
Yeah. Let's see here. Thought I had more stuff saved, but I didn't. It looks like there's some of the stuff that's broken. Oh, it's weird. Like when TikTok removes videos that you saved, like it's weird. I don't know if you've ever seen that before. It's like, what?
I think so. And it's just like gray screen or something.
It's like a gray screen. It has like a old style video camera, like a slash through it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
it's like, why doesn't it just
well,
delete it?
yeah. And like, what was it in that video that
It's
caused it to
weird.
get removed?
Mhm.
When people have inadequate emotional self-management, they're incredibly distracted all the time. The main problem that people don't make proper investments to get happier is because they're so distracted. I mean, life is basically a process of sitting in an airport for a delayed flight. And so what are you doing? It's shopping online and scrolling Instagram and playing solitaire. And life is just full of boring diversions because we're so emotionally uncomfortable all the time. Once you can emotionally self-manage,
Man, this guy's saying because a lot of people are emotionally uncomfortable that they're just like waiting for the next thing. Like he compared it to, you know, sitting in an airport waiting for a flight. There's a lot of people, if you think about it, that aren't doing anything to improve their life. They're almost like waiting for the Grim Reaper to call. It's like they're just sitting there waiting around to rot, watching TV on a daily basis, just eating the most unhealthy food, almost just waiting for death to come versus like intentionally living in this world, pushing yourself on a daily basis to become healthier, to become more active, to become more successful. Like I've talked about this several times that there's nothing that comes from being stagnant in life that's good. It's all bad. If you're not looking for growth and you're not looking to improve your life, self-improvement to me is where it's at with life. Like if you weren't better today, if you're not better today than you were yesterday, what the hell are you doing? That should be good. It's just weird to me, dude. Like I look back, you know, like we've talked about my ex-wife, and she's the same fucking person living in the same house, doing the same shit that she was over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
The person that I am today, which she doesn't know because she's a fucking bitch that would never even like ever understand this. But the person that I am today is not the person that she married.
Oh, yeah.
She like I want to be totally unrecognized. I want to be totally unrecognized. Jesus. I want to be totally unrecognizable to anybody that met me a year ago. I want them to look at me and go, like, I know Spencer, but man, who the hell is that guy now? That guy has changed so much. He's improved his life so much better. He's a lot more intelligent. He's smarter. He's in better shape. This dude actually looks like he's aging backwards. He's biohacking. He must be doing some type of biohacking in order to be like advancing this much. So speaking of that, I'm going to be taking some ketones, which is some fucking biohacking shit here coming up. If you know about biohacking, basically where you do things that help you essentially stop aging or technically like age backwards. So like there's other things like, oh, let me send this to you. It's like a little bit of a short clip that he can use with that reaction there. But yeah, dude, like biohacking. Let me see if I can find a TikTok. Biohack.
Your body for optimal performance and health from Dave Asprey. There is a new AI adaptive bike that reports to give you double the health and fitness benefits in just 10% of the time. Gently taping your mouth at night forces you to breathe through your nose. This can reduce snoring and maybe even improve your sleep. Cryotherapy, exposing your body to temperatures of negative 270
So like
degrees
cold water
Fahrenheit
plunges,
for 3
biohacking.
minutes may reduce your stress and help you recover faster. Red light therapy
Red
is a
light
great way
therapy.
to rejuvenate
It's like
your
if
skin
you
in
do a
the
bunch of
comfort
those little things, it adds up.
Yeah.
This is a great
Lion's
question.
mane
Does lion's mane really work? This person's taking
is
lion's mane
also,
for months.
you know, biohacking.
Daily biohacking tools that I use that have literally changed my life. Okay,
So
first of all,
biohacking,
what is
biological,
biohacking? It's kind of
changing your
like doing yourself
biology.
We're using tools to optimize your physical and mental performance, as well as overall health. All right, we're gonna do it in order of how I structure my day. So, number one, we're starting with a cold shower. 1 to 2 minutes on the coldest setting. This reduces inflammation, improves immunity. It actually causes a sustained release of dopamine and norepinephrine, and that really helps with focus. I have ADHD, and this honestly has made a big difference. Does it ever wake you up and build mental resilience? Next, I meditate or I do a breathwork session. For meditation, I use Calm, and for breathwork, I use other shit. I use hyperventilation style breathing. So you're taking in a lot of air, but essentially
Wim
reducing
Hof
your carbon
method.
dioxide levels.
Breathing.
This can trigger a
Bio-
short-term release of adrenaline, which will wake you up. Your body will generate a response that results in healing, less inflammation. I just feel so calm and on top of the world when I do it. All right, third thing I do is I intermittent fast. I
Intermittent
only eat
fasting.
between the hours of 12 and 8 p.m.
So
many
basically not
benefits.
eating for
me
12 hours,
personally,
only
I find I
6-hour
get
window.
bloated a lot. I have a lot of stomach issues, and this has been so helpful.
So
But
like
I also just personally find when
people
I eat
won't
breakfast,
will
it
eat from
kinda
like
spikes my
Austin's been
glucose,
doing
and then
this.
my energy levels
Only
drop,
only
and
eating
I
from like
don't
12
have
to
this when I
6.
fast.
Yeah.
But one of the world's like renowned anti-aging experts, David Sinclair, says that if you want to live longer, then just eat less often. And I'm here for it. It was a struggle at first, but now I love it.
I don't
Yes.
think I could ever do a fast.
Dude, that's what you do. That's what you do every day. Why do you think it's called break fast?
I mean, like a food fast.
Yeah,
I don't think I could do it.
you do it every night. You
True.
just have to extend it. If you don't eat breakfast, then you're not breaking. Then you're breaking. If you eat breakfast, then you're breaking your fast.
I guess technically I don't eat breakfast.
Yeah, so you're fasting.
So
You're
I
not
guess, yeah.
eating from. Like, do you have a normal time that you eat at night? Like
I mean,
dinner?
Dinner time, like 5-6 ish.
Okay. And then do you usually eat after 6? Like a snack?
Sometimes if it's like a workout day, I'll eat like some like protein bars or like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
most of the
it's
time
not
you're not eating from like 6
Until, like-
until like noon?
yeah, like 12. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, dude, like that's your fast. The only difference is that, so 6 to 12, like, yeah, that's like, what's that, 6 out? No.
It's probably
6
why
at
I'm
night
so
to
skinny.
6 in the morning, that's 12. And then from 12, that's like 18 hours of fasting that you do from 6 o'clock at night.
Jeez. I need to eat more.
Well, yeah, we've talked about that already.
Well, I mean, wait. I mean, I've been starting to go to the gym and eat more food, but past few weeks I haven't been able to. Been busy, and then the gym's closed for renovations.
Where you been going?
Planet Fitness.
And
Yeah.
where at?
Salmon Creek. I think there's another one on Fourth Plane, but
Yeah. There's the one on Fourth
or
Plane. That's
Fourth Plane or
Yeah.
Orchards.
it's just down the street from the Devs location on Orchards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's right next to the grocery outlet. And the
I need to
Little Caesars
check
guy.
it out.
I don't know if you know the dude that's been there for years, spinning the sign for Little Caesars on Fourth Plane and 112th or 117th, I guess it is.
I probably recognize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to go to the gym.
Yeah. Anyway, there's some stuff called ketones. It's technically for people that are on the keto diet.
Keto, yeah.
But it's a company that's put out this like drink. The guy's part of my coaching program. He's been on it, and my coach Patrick was like, "Dude, you look like you're like aging backwards. Like, what the fuck are you doing?" And so he's one of the things is this ketones drink, which helps crave appetite and puts you in with ketosis, which is basically what people are doing to with the keto diet is to stay in ketosis or ketosis, which is helping them not be as hungry, but they're eating like absolute shit. So you can actually take this drink and drink it and get the same benefits without eating fucking all meat, which is crazy to me, dude. Like, you know, they basically eating like super unhealthy, which is all like meat, heavy, you know, protein. Like, oh, I can eat a pound of fucking bacon. Oh, that's healthy. Like, I don't give a shit, dude. Like, what, you know, this isn't about being vegan or not, but like eating that large amount of meat is not healthy. This probably shouldn't be a clip because this will piss people off. But
yeah, especially store-bought stuff too.
well, yeah, dude, it's like
Processed
a
and
fucking
steroids and
nasty,
gross stuff. in it.
nasty. So, let me see if I got a couple more in me here before I roll out. So, biohacking, yeah, that's pretty interesting stuff. Like, dude, the fucking shit in Florida is fucking crazy, dude. If you've been watching any of it,
Is that happening? Like I saw videos that people were prepping for it, but I didn't know when it was happening.
last night, dude, it
Last
hit.
night?
Yeah.
Well, there's supposed to be another Northern Light thing tonight.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if it's gonna be visible, but
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. Her.
The science is nuts, dude.
But I mean, it seems like all the people got like the system down. They know what to do. But
Florida?
yeah, yeah. Like people, or I've seen videos of people like doing all these weird, putting like their outdoor furniture in the pool. Like that's crazy. I don't know. I didn't just put it in the house, but they would like sunk a table to the ground of the pool so it wouldn't fly away. It's like, why didn't you just put it in the house?
Was the pool drained? No, there's
No.
water in it.
No, they left the pool like filled, but they put like a table and sunk it to the bottom so it wouldn't fly away.
Oh.
It's like, why didn't you put it in the house? I don't know.
What the
I
fuck?
saw a video. It was like 3 in the morning and people were
Yeah.
stuck in traffic for like 8 hours. Like, holy crap. That sucks. Scary.
Yeah. It's nuts, man.
I couldn't live
people-
in Florida with all the gators.
And people, like, this is just their normal life, man. When I lived
Yeah.
down there 20 years ago,
You lived in Florida?
yeah, in Tampa,
Oh,
people were like okay with it, like, just like they go get hurricane snacks and like basically like they have a whole routine.
yeah.
One of my clients was actually, or not clients, one of his acquaintances, spray foam contractor, was setting up. This doesn't make any fucking sense to me, but they were like preparing the attic to go like stay in the attic, but
It's like the
there's
first
fucking
go.
ripping, like the winds are ripping. There was fucking 36 tornadoes yesterday in Florida that were caused by the hurricane that was offshore.
Oh, wow.
And so like it was ripping fucking house roofs off. The stadium with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays play in, which is the professional baseball team, it's called Tropicana Field.
Mhm.
It's a dome that has like some type of like form of plastic or whatever over the top of it. That was totally fucking ripped off. Like,
Jesus.
I don't think I want to be in an attic, but I don't want to be down in a house that's going to have floodwaters coming in either, because you're going to go into hypothermia, and then gators are all fucking all over the place. So
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts.
I don't get it.
Yeah. I'm thinking you guys that'll probably give you like a couple weeks of stuff right there.
Yeah.
There's probably like, I don't know, at least 8 clips there.
Yeah. For sure.
So I gotta get to run in to go take my daughter to practice and get to the gym. But
Okay. Yeah, just let me know on
yeah, let's
the
just
logo and podcast stuff.
yeah, I'll get that over to you. I'm gonna go through and have Jen look with me at them to try to determine
Yeah.
on when. I probably the thing for me sometimes I'm like overthinking shit a little bit too much. Like it's like, oh, this isn't perfect. Like it's a fucking logo for a podcast. Like
Yeah.
who cares? It's not really the big
Not the big like.
big thing.
I don't look at every fine detail and see.
Well, that looks like some fucking tagger did it. You can't even
I
hardly
know, it
see what the
does.
fuck it says, dude.
Dallas made that
Oh, Dallas.
opaque.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah,
company.
he could all.
That's a company I'll never
He can
use.
make one too. Wait, maybe he can make that neon
Yeah,
sign one. I don't know.
I won't use Dallas ever again.
Huh?
I had a bad experience with Dallas.
Oh, for the shirts.
Yeah. Even after that, too, dude.
Oh, really?
Even after he fucked him up before Vegas, and
Yeah.
then we had like, I was like, okay, well then just print these for right now. So they printed those, and then when Drew was still working for me, he got the like what we wanted the other shirts to look like for just to print in general, because I had all these other ones that we're gonna print because they have that minimum, and sent them over, and he was like, yeah, so. They should be done, Monday or whatever. So like 3 weeks after that, like I don't hear anything from him. So I reach out and I was like, hey man, haven't heard from you guys. Like what's going on? And he's like, oh yeah, sorry dude, we're in Costa Rica. Oh, like the fuck does that have anything to do with you like not notifying me? Oh yeah, when I get back, I'll let you know. So then like he gets back, nothing from him. It's fucking crickets, dude. And then like I had to reach out to them, and I like reached out and I was like, look, this has been an absolutely like horrible experience dealing with you guys as a company. I paid extra to use you guys because you're a local company and I want to support a local company, and Austin had referred you guys. But I can tell you it hasn't been a good experience. You guys messed up my first order. You guys totally forgot about me in the second order. I feel like I'm always the one that's checking in. And so they ended up they ended up discounting things like 50% for me. And then, you know, I got the shirts and everything, but like I'll never use them again because the fuck, who wants to go through that?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you can't. I get him. Like, he's used to. He wants like companies like Devs that's doing like large amounts of printing, or you know what I mean,
bulk
like
stuff.
300, 400 prints. Little old guy over here with 12 shirts. Like, I get it. I get it from a standpoint, but don't take my money and then like fuck me.
Yeah,
And like don't communicate and.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's like a pain in the ass to deal with them. Like, I could have just gone on fucking line and paid less money, got shit that's done,
Yeah,
and then saved money and been happier. But I try to use you locally, and like, what the fuck, dude? And then like they never really kind of like. It was always like, well, what do you want us to do?
make the shirts.
I'm like, I don't know. You tell me what you think is right for fucking up everything. You know what I mean? Like, you're fucking up all the time. Like, how many times can you fuck up before somebody gets irritated?